and became a citizen journalist. My articles appeared in marynews.com, youthejournalist.com and cplash.com, etc. So some of my articles were picked up by Chinese press also and by Sri Lankan press. So in a magazine issued in the United States of America, an article on agriculture written by me appeared. So this gave me a new life as a citizen journalist. But I was not able to fulfill the promise which I have made to my mother regarding taking Hinduism to new heights. So I started writing against Muslims who were the main oppressors of the Hindus. And I wrote a number of articles on the subject and also edited certain articles. Then I found that the Mughals have tortured the Sikhs, and still I found that there was a section of the Sikhs which was lured by Pakistani people to demand Khalistan. Now Khalistan can never be a reality because Hindus and Sikhs are interrelated. In fact, as per my mother, Sikhism is part of Hinduism. They have marital relations with each other, blood relations with each other, so they can never be separated. And ultimately, the idea of Khalistan crashed because it was not a viable project. In fact, Pakistan created this problem so that they could take over the East Punjab, eastern side of Punjab, and then they could have attacked Kashmir easily and captured it.
Right.
So I wrote against Khalistanis also.
अच्छा मैं रोक देता हूँ अभी रोक देता हूँ
Mughal period को वहाँ से
ठीक
Mughal period, a lot of atrocities were committed on the Sikh Gurus. Guru Arjan Dev Ji was martyred, and so was Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. And actually Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji laid down his life for the cause of Hinduism. So Hindu and Sikhs cannot be separated. They are part and parcel of each other. So I wrote against Khalistanis also. Khalistanis are those Sikhs who have been misled by the Pakistani elements and have also been lured by them.
Sir, you told me that some of the Chinese has taken and the interactions of your articles.
Yes, Chinese press took some material from my article, which was actually a comment on an article written in the Times of India.
What about America? The American magazines has taken the contributions of yours
Yes,
for the
I
purposes.
wrote an article on agriculture, which was published by a college magazine in USA.
And what sort of the achievement the people has taken about your contributions for the cause, upliftment of the cause of the humanity and the society at the large? What are those credentiality which you count yourselves that they have given you the proper response by the public or by other sources by which you could have been able to get the
See, I am a member of CARE, I am a member of Greenpeace and certain other social societies,
Right, sir.
social organizations. There I write about environmental
Crisis.
crisis, wildlife preservation, upliftment of the poor, etc., etc.
Right, sir.
And I have signed a lot of petitions and also submitted certain petitions for the upliftment of poor, for the environment, and also for the cause of the Hindus.
Yeah, sir, one thing more, you were talking about that the Google has got so many dimensions for the purposes of giving a platform to the public. How many things, how many projects are there in Google in which you are participating at the moment?
No, it is not Google, it is Yahoo.
Yahoo.
I am participating in a lot of groups. Contribute is one such group. Then there is issues online worldwide. Then Stop Corruption worldwide. And then there is Branded Indian and Jan Shakti, etc.
So what you feel that how the people are reacting upon your articles?
There is a good response, but some of the people are opposing my views.
I see. Who are those people?
Those are pseudo-secularists
I see.
and secularists. They do not want to they do not want that India should become a Hindu nation.
Right. Can you define that the pseudo-secularism? What does it mean? Who are these peoples?
You see, though secularism, now the secularism actually means separation of the state, separation of the executive from the religious bodies. But here the secularism which is preached in India, they sort of make a mixture of all religions and present it to the people as secularism.
Right.
So it is not likely to succeed.
Very right. What about the pseudo-secularism? Those who are the fanatic people, those who are having some sort of the agenda under the garb of some cult, which are renouncing to those people who are non-violent, like that of the blast and all terrorist activities, whether these secularists are not providing some sort of the encouragement to them,
yes,
like that of the National Advisory Committee members who have been designed for the purposes of getting the hatred, communal violence and hatred group. They will be selecting those people who are non-violent and getting them under the clutches of the law, under the preventive detention.
That is true.
Right.
You see, these pseudo-secularists, they want to come down heavily on the supporter of Hinduism. Hindutva is such a thing that it is secular by itself. It is a way of life rather than a religion.
Right.
Hinduism is a way of life.
Right.
It was the way of life of the people who lived beyond the river Indus.
Right.
From river Indus it became India.
Right.
So these people are trying to, torture people who are Hindu-minded.
They wanted to disassociate the main stream for the purposes of getting India a greater power. They are having the distractions due to the foreign ambitions also. The other countries are providing some sort of because to my mind, as you told that the secularism is only been identified as that of the Muslims. They are getting the benefit under the Sachar Commission report, Rangnath Misra report, what you have talked, and National Advisory Committee.
There is complete appeasement of the Muslims. You see, it is because of the votes. Their votes count. They are more than the whole there are more Muslims in India than the whole population of Pakistan. and actually they were not so many at the time of the partition, but they have increased their number through through what should I call? I can call it as womb explosion.
Right, sir. Actually, the appeasement
that can be applied safely to these.
Right, sir. This appeasement is having a counter blast over the situations that they are getting the protections, and as such they may be expound like that because the activities of these peoples are just like that of the criminals, and they are not having any sort of proper punishment. What do you propose? What should be done at this moment?
I want that first of all India should be declared a Hindu nation. There is nothing secular about India, it is only appeasement of the Muslims, so the word secular should not be there in the constitution.
Very right.
Similarly, the word socialist should not be there in the constitution because we are not a socialist state.
Right.
We are a capitalist state and we have free economy, and we are not socialist state like the previous USSR was.
Very
in that way we are far from it, far removed from it. So Gandhi came to India, he wanted to exploit both Hindus and Muslims to make himself publicized as a great public figure. So he sided with the Muslims in the Khilafat Andolan, which was not aimed at throwing out the Britishers from India, but was aimed against Kamal Ataturk Pasha, who had made Turkey into a real secular country. So Gandhi's move was against secularism. He wanted Caliph to be brought back and Muslim rule to be put in place.
Right. In Iraq, in Turkey.
In Turkey.
Right.
And all the Muslims should unite under that Khalifa, and a Muslim Khalifat should come.
Right.
So he went on doing things which were appeasing the Muslims.
Right.
When the question of partition of the country came, he did not take into consideration the Hindu point of view.
Hindi flights in the Pakistan.
He, on the other hand, offered the seat of the Prime Minister to Muhammad Ali Jinnah to appease the Muslims again. But Muhammad Ali Jinnah said that there will be a civil war if you don't agree to the partition of the country. So ultimately Gandhi agreed to the partition of the country, although he has stated earlier that Pakistan would be built over his dead body. Then this Gandhi wanted to give rupees 80 crores back to Pakistan, which really belonged to India. And this money was being utilized by, he forced Jawaharlal Nehru, etc. and Sardar Patel,
Cabinet.
and the cabinet of the Jawaharlal Nehru ministry to agree to the giving of rupees 80 crores to Pakistan, which Pakistan was to utilize against India in Kashmir war.
As the compensation of the property left behind India by the Muslims. So as such, that was the compensation given by the to the Muslim at that time. Then the Enemy Property Act, again handing over the property, whether it is not the antithesis to the policy of the Congress party. Firstly, you provided to give him the compensation of the property left over here. Thereafter, you are giving
this
it back.
Is a contradiction. This
Right,
is a
it's a contradiction.
This is a contradiction. But I was talking about Godse.
Gandhi, right.
Godse. Now Nathuram Godse was a real nationalist leader.
Right.
He saw to it that everybody would follow Gandhi. Because Gandhi, you see, Gandhi was another Hitler.
Right.
Hitler said that if you don't support me, I will kill you. Gandhi said, if you don't support me, I will kill myself. So he was blackmailing people emotionally. So to drive Gandhi away from the scene, Nathuram had no other option but to kill him.
Yeah.
But before killing him, he bowed before Gandhi and acknowledged Gandhi's greatness. But Gandhi's greatness was there, but it was misplaced towards appeasement of the Muslims.
Very right. So in the present scenario, what the Nehru dynasty and Gandhi dynasty, now it has been converted as the Gandhi dynasty, because Gandhi was a person who was having his sexual weaknesses, what has been come out of that things, and he was having a soft corner for Nehru, whatever the reason may be behind, and other things. He concealed so many things to the public at large, like that of the marriage of Indira Gandhi with Firoz Khan and making him as Gandhi, and now the Gandhi generations is getting the potentials by virtue of the Gandhi's contributions, what they have displayed to the world, that he was a real contributor, and as such they are taking the advantage of the this followership mentality of the Indians, where we are fanatic to that much of the extent, and that whatever looks that it is something other than that, the normal things they used to attract towards it. So as such, the Gandhis is being taken as a token for the purposes of having a slave dynasty being ruled by the present Congress syndrome, which started as a play-by club, and Gandhi joined there for having some sort of the laissez-faire, the sex and other weaknesses of the the human behavior. So as such, in this situation, what is the alternative just to get rid of this Gandhi family from the syndrome of the country?
I would say that Gandhi family is not popular in India.
Yeah.
It has never secured more than 50% of the electorate polled.
Right.
It has always got about 30 to 40% of the votes polled. So to say that it is in majority is a misnomer.
Right.
It is in majority because of our constitutional lacunae. You see,